This is Don here, welcoming you back for another movie night review. But on this movie night review, it's actually a documentary movie, a documentary review from the episode of Cat Williams Unleashed Club Shay Shay. All right. And this is movie night review number 374. So uh, let's get into this response review right now. Okay. Um. All right. So let's start off by saying that Cat Williams is, of course, one of the most distinguished people around. All right. He's been around for a while, since my time, since Bonifaccio's time. Can you line him this channel? Um, we've been watching him for a minute. Comedian, star, movie, in the movies and everything. I really don't have too much to say about anything that Cat Williams has or has not done. He's done about all of it, and nobody really has said anything about it. Now, I will say that when I go over some of the questions on Shannon Sharp's show, Club Shay Shay, um, and I am actually a new viewer of his. This is like my first time really kind of getting into his shows. I am aware right here. I've done a little bit of research in that Shannon Sharp, he's the pro NFL star champion football and everything. All right. So on his show, Cat Williams is inducted in some of these into a lot of questions that have mostly to do with just Cat Williams, but it also appears that Cat Williams is trying to kind of document people. I just want to say I haven't heard anything in the grapevine about any of that mess, like the Kings of Comedy and the oh gosh, the smiley. I almost, I just got like wow, I can't think of the name. The Travis Smiley show, like any of that, right? I really haven't, I didn't know anything about these things going on. I do recognize that there's some things that they want to say, but there isn't anything that comedians haven't went through. Um, there has been no documents, almost like what Shannon Sharp is saying. There's been no documents on the individuals that he's mentioning until now. But I do want to note that Cat Williams, Mr. Williams, is a really good star. I haven't really had any issues recognizing who he is. Of course, he's like one of the greatest, okay? But if he has issues with kings of comedy, comedians like D.L. Hughley and Steve, Harvey or any of those, if he has any problems, Cedric the Entertainer, if he has any issues with any of the old time comedians, well, yeah, it's only because if we're like watching any of these shows, especially the next Friday or Friday episodes, the movie called Friday, if he's been in most of these comedy roles, yes. If he's been in them a lot, of course. So once you've seen one of them, well, you just kind of seen most of them. I don't think I'm the only one, but I do want to say his era brings out a whole lot of what he is saying. So there really isn't anyone who would say that he's out of touch. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to his story, like anything about weed or anything about um anything about weed, jail, or the kids that he has adopted or that he brings on. Any of the roles that a guy goes through, it's good to hear. All right. It's good to hear. I don't think he's ever been married before or any of that. So any of his personal life, personal matters and things like that, if he brought them out on his own, yes. If there's been some people that maybe said that he was homeless or something or was on drugs, I don't know, or alcoholic or homeless, it's the way that they portray people nowadays. It's the only way a person can betray someone is if they really understand what a person's been through. But not everybody goes through the same life agenda or string of events. No, not everybody goes through the same thing. But what I can say is we're close in age, actually. Okay. And what I want to say is, is that people are really referencing his hairdo. It isn't anything more than that. People will go on that for years and not say what the real shit is. The real shit is that he had all this opportunity. He's like one of the richest men also here on the planet. So it's like if he has the opportunity to say what he has to say on your show or on the show, yeah. So if he like had that opportunity to do that, he did it. So nobody had a problem with it. You know, that's all I'm saying. But in regards to like any of his personal, if he's just kind of like doing what people do, yes. If he said most of it, yeah. So all in all, nobody really has a place to really talk about individuals that, kind of, showcase every single thing. If he's been there, if he's been around, and if he's helped out a lot of the nation with, um, you know, the way people are and just kind of sitting there or being there and stuff. Yeah. So nobody really has a place to call him out until they call out his hairdo. There ain't really nothing else about it. If you call it his hairdo, then it may be his fault because nobody likes the hair. They're going to say it's old and it's skillful. They're going to say he made it up. And then if you paint a picture of that, you're not going to say he's been on the Atlanta series with Donald Glover, the director of that one. You're just going to say you saw a man with good hair. But when you say you see a person with good hair, let it be Cat Williams, not Donald Glover or someone who has good hair. All right, good night.